Maranatha, and welcome to part 66 of The Fire is Coming. And this is March the 26th, 2026 by man's calendar. And I have some scriptures, some word I want to share, and to go with this discussion. I want to talk about some witnesses of God and some workers of God. Two by two type of thing. I want to make some valid points and get some points across. 2 by 2. Now, let's look at some stuff. Let's look at Genesis 19 to start with. This is going to be interesting. So let's go there. Hope you got your word. King James Bible only. All right, let's get started. Because this is very profound. And I want to show you something very profound that a lot of people probably miss in this particular book. Because not a lot of people want to read the Old Testament anymore. But it's very important. You cannot understand the mind of God. There's a lot about God in the Old Testament. That's Jesus. Jesus is God. If you love Jesus, why wouldn't you want to know about him from beginning to end? He told us that he loved us from our beginning to our end. Why wouldn't you love him that way? Anyways, going on, let's look at Acts 19. Don't get ahead of me. And there came two angels to Sodom at even. That's in the evening. For those of you who don't understand that. And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, that they should turn into him, and enter into his house. And he made them a feast. See, even angels can eat. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread. And they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, and all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we might know them. That means in a sexual way. They wanted to have relations, sexual relations with these two angels because they didn't know who they were or anything, and they didn't care because they were vile creatures and they just wanted to do their perversions. But anyways, and Lot, and verse 6, and Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. And Lot and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge now. Will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. Now think about this. These angels had the power to smite these evildoers with blindness. This is something y'all don't consider in today's time. The evil ones don't care. They're just as bad as they were in the days of Lot. This is how you are now. And you press upon the good. Those that are trying to live righteously, you press upon them just like they did in the days of Lot. Trying to force your will on the good. But this is what was happening in the days of Lot now, mind you. Think about this. Because as it was in the days of Noah and in the days of Lot, so shall it be when the Son of Man is revealed, right? So, are we paying attention? But I want to make some valid points. So let's keep going. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. Now, it didn't matter to them whether they were young or old, small and great, children or not. These were angels of God. Y'all need to understand this. We are in a spiritual war. There are going to be casualties. You are not going to like, or you're not going to presume some of the things that happen as good in your current mindset. This is why you're supposed to be born again. You're perceiving God to be evil and his angels to be evil that he has sent to do particular things, and you're passing judgment on angels who are actually working for the Most High because you cannot perceive the truth. Why? Because you have not studied the Word correctly. This is exactly why. You have not been studying the Word like you should have been. Anyways, going on. Verse 12. And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whosoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. See, the angels was telling Lot, get your family and get out. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord. And the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. Now, before I get on into this, I would like to make a statement. I heard someone talking earlier on some kind of video, said that people was complaining about this heat wave that was coming through. Heat wave. Heat wave, as though it's going to wave right on by. Let me explain something to you, Lucy Bell. The fervent heat is going to be hot, and hell is going to be even hotter. So those of you that are being evil might as well get used to it. There will be no room temperature for you. There will be no cool. I know, right now you think you got to beat with the AC and all that stuff. No, that won't exist in hell. There is no AC in hell, unless you're talking about the Antichrist. He'll be there. There's your AC. Go to him for some cooling. Y'all kill. Y'all kill. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all kill. Because you don't kill me, because you can't kill me, because the Lord won't let you kill me at any time. But anyways, going on. See, because they that have the spirit are going, no. He already laid his life down for you once. It's not going to happen again. Know that. And Lot went out and spake unto, this is verse 14, and Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, and which married his daughters, and said, the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of this city. Are you being consumed in the iniquity of Babylon, folks? God has sent his angels to lead you out, but you're not listening. If you will not go into the Ark of the Covenant with Jesus as you are being hastened, you will be destroyed. You have been warned. Ministers, this is what you should be warning your congregations now. Instead of acting like they have all kinds of time and doing well wishes for them to become something big and famous in this world. You should be preparing them for what is to come, their eternity, not teaching them to lay up treasures in this earth. Wealth, power, prestige. God Himself will raise up who He sees fit. And He will also cut those asunder and make them to bow low, which raise themselves up. It is written. But anyways, let's get back into this. Verse 15. And when the morning arose, then the angel hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. The Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for their life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest thou be consumed. Now, if Lot hadn't gone where he was designated to go, he would have been destroyed too. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zor. Now let me explain something right there on that particular verse. That's a rapture verse. I know y'all don't get it. Jesus told the end from the beginning. What did he just do? What did God just do right there? He sent his angels to deliver Lot and Lot's family. 4 people out of the city. Only 4. Just a remnant. Out of the city. And allowed them to go into Zor. He delivered them. He made way of escape for them. But if you don't believe the Lord, the way of escape will not be opened unto you. because you're not believing. And even if an angel came to you having 6 wings and full of eyes, you would not believe them and go hence. You have not believed so far even the word of God, which you had, which is God himself. God cannot give you deliverance if you will not heed his call. But what does he tell Lot? I cannot do anything until thou be come thither. The angels could not destroy that place until the righteous were out of the way. See, rapture verse. Don't get smart with me. You won't like it. I'm done with this. Now, either you will accept this time, because this is the last. Once I've covered all these verses the Lord has for me to cover right now, this is the last opportunity. You are going to have to receive this word. And then the way will be shut to you, and you will be left without. You will be hewed down and cast into the flames. Because if you're here in the next while, you're not going to starve to death. You will take the mark of the beast. You cannot see what is coming. Look at the inflation. Look at the gas prices. How are you going to feed your family? God's already providing you a way of escape. To believe. Anyways, going on. Verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Sodom and Gomorrah are destroyed now. Here we go. Verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew the cities and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. Verse 26, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. She was told and warned by the angels not to look back. When you are told by God, he sends you word not to do something, and then you do it anyway. There's penance to pay. But you all don't want to listen. And you've had the word right here this whole time. You could have been reading and studying it, but what were you doing? Don't lie. This is not the time for you to add that to your ticket. Don't lie. You were living in this world surfeiting and trying to get all you could get. Laying up all kinds of treasures for here and the now. saying that the Lord had delayed his coming. No, his coming is right on time. He has delayed nothing. Everything is laid out exactly as it was supposed to, and it is coming to pass exactly as it was prophesied. But somehow y'all developed this idea that God does not kill people. He's gentle, he's merciful, he's loving, he's kind. Absolutely. I will agree with that, but he's also faithful to his promises. And if he promised to destroy those that work iniquity, he will be faithful to that promise. Going on, verse 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. Judgment was just passed on Sodom and Gomorrah. They were destroyed for their sins. And I keep telling you, judgment is coming. And you're not listening. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, verse 29, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. If the Lord overthrew these cities for this wickedness, then look around the world how this stuff has taken over, and how they are building back Babylon, even to the point that they have a space force and they're putting things into the heavens that don't belong there. From airplanes to space shuttles to space stations. Really, you honestly think that God is going to allow this when he destroyed the Tower of Babel and scattered the people abroad? Oh, somebody has not been studying the word. Surprise. You're about to be crispy critters. Oh, you don't find that funny? Well, I don't find it funny that you have insulted my Lord Jesus, the one and only true God and King. That's what I don't find funny. I don't find funny that you have been mean to him and that you have been disobeying him all this time. So you're going into chains, fallen ones, and you are going into the dark abyss. The Lord will have his reign. Now, I am out of time on this current part. I'll see you in the next part. We have much more to cover. I hope you've come quite prepared to listen. You can look this stuff up and pray about it for yourself. You don't have to accept what I'm saying, but there has already come a famine in the land for the word. Been here for a long time. Ever since you all took down the commandments and took the Bible out of everything. And now you think you can just throw it back because the AC wants to rise a new world order and a one world religion. I don't think so. Oh, there's going to be a one world religion in the new world because all will worship the only God there truly is, or all will perish. If you do not worship Jesus, you cannot inherit his kingdom. Look at your works up to now. How often have you worshipped him in spirit and in truth? Don't lie. You've been watched. The Lord has been watching you. Your angels have been watching you. But I will see you in the next part, and we will finish this particular chapter, and we'll get into some of the other verses.